In a survey conducted in 2015 among BCSE students, 37.6% of high school seniors had consumed alcohol. Of these 37.6%, 24.6% of these students had binge drank within 2 weeks prior to the survey. Binge drinking is classified as drinking 5 drinks in one sitting for boys and 3 drinks in one sitting for girls. National surveys show that high school students drink for various reasons.
I drink because it's fun sometimes. I think I drink probably for the same reason that a lot of adults drink, like it's just a way to have fun.
The reason why we do it is to have fun and not just be bored, I guess.
I feel like the only other time that I'm accepted and that we have a good time is when we are all drinking alcohol.
And also it's just a way to just not think about the stress of senior year.
I drink now just because, I guess, the feeling of it.
Drink to really focus on the stressful parts of my life.
I think there are a lot of reasons that young people drink. I think, and they're all over the place. The curiosity. I think I hear people say out of boredom. That's not one that I particularly buy into as much as I think there are all kinds of pressures culturally. We see young people do it in the movies. We see them do it in their neighborhoods. They do it to celebrate, do it out of rebellion. It's a rule. I don't have to follow it. And to be honest, when you look like an adult, you walk like an adult, there is a part of us that jumps pretty big to, I'm old enough to do this or that. And unfortunately, I think a lot of people drink to self-medicate. And then I'd probably be remiss not to say that I think that most young people who drink to get drunk.
Okay, so I got arrested back in November and I was at a party. The party ended up being a lot bigger than we expected it to be, like people showing up who weren't invited and stuff, and the neighbors got irritated, so they called the cops, and it was kind of scary. Like I hid for a while and then they like found me, and it was scary, and that's probably part of the reason why I've slowed down, because getting caught once, that's one thing, but getting caught twice, you could get in some serious trouble, and it's really not worth it. I was thinking about that whole night, got arrested around like 11 o'clock, and had barely even done anything yet, and it just like, it wasn't worth it. Like big parties that are probably gonna get busted, not really worth it.
I decided to have a couple friends over, and just so happened to be upperclassmen that I played sports with. Well, we ended up having more people over that really wasn't intended to, and even girls. And then what happened was a parent found out that they were drinking because their daughter had told them. Well, she had gone home, and probably 15-20 minutes later there was a knock at the door, and we thought it was one of my friend's dads, but we found out that it was a cop. And so he had asked to come in, and we didn't really know what was going on, like, or what to do. So I went and got my mom, and she of course didn't even know what we were doing, and so she started to freak out. The cops were like freaking out, breathalyzing all of us, and so they went one after another breathalyzing everyone, and they got to me to breathalyze me. And whenever they did, they actually had to breathalyze me like 6 or 7 times, which actually I could have said no after the third, because I was blowing zeros, which was kind of weird since I had drank. But so they ended up getting me on a .002, which, I mean, that's, you can rinse your mouth out with mouthwash and blow higher than that. And so we didn't have to go to the jail just because we were underage, but we did have to be put into tanks, like the drunk tank or sober tank. And I was there till probably 2 o'clock in the morning till my parents came and got me.
There are some societal, academic, and legal consequences depending on the severity of the situation.
Well, I think it's like drug use, alcohol use. I think there can be some cost. If I give you everybody who drinks gets hurt, everybody who does this does that, that's not true. But interferes with relationships.
In Indiana, the Lifeline Law provides legal immunity for the crimes of public intoxication, minor in possession, minor in consumption, and similar laws to those who identify themselves to law enforcement while seeking medical assistance for a person suffering from an alcohol-related health emergency. In order to receive immunity, the reporting official must fulfill the following requirements: provide their full name and any other relevant information at the request of law enforcement officers, remain on the scene with law enforcement and emergency medical assistance until dismissed by officials, and cooperate with all authorities on the scene. The Indiana Lifeline Law will not interfere with law enforcement procedures or limit the ability to prosecute for other criminal offenses, such as providing alcohol to minors, operating a vehicle while intoxicated, or the possession of a controlled substance. For more information about the Lifeline Law and more student perspectives, pick up today's issue of the Triangle.